Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica. In today's video, I'm opening up a Romantasy vlog. So this vlog is going to be Romantasy, and it's 3 Romantasies that I have had on my 2025 TPRs. One is from my new releases part 2, which it's for the second half of the year, and that one I have Rose in Chains, and I got the ALC from NetGalley. So I'm going to be listening to that one, as well as from my Romantasy list for 2025, I have Lady of Darkness, Tori from Novel Life. She has a Patreon. I'm on her Patreon, and we are doing a read-along for Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick, and I am going to be listening to that one because we're going to be reading the entire series. And then the third one is Prince of Prohibition by Marilyn Marks. I've heard great things about this and not so great things about this. Like Christy, I love her so much, and so I'm a little nervous after her review, but like Liezl and B from Among These Three Romance, they have said this one is fantastic, so I want to read this one. Anyway, and you'll see this at the very end. Because I am in the same clothes and stuff, I've already read these books because I forgot to open up, make the intro until now. And that's on brand for me because I always seem to forget to, I'm like, okay, I'm going to open a vlog, but then I forget to film the intro till the very end. And I was like, oh, well. Hey guys, it is Thursday night and it's like 10:30 at night. I'm going to be putting it down very soon. So I'm about 45% of the way through Rose and Chains. So Jess from Peace Love Books, she read it and she said something and I was like, okay. It was whether or not our characters, the world, like, because this is based upon the auction and it was Harry Potter fanfic, right? And I actually do agree with her to an extent where the world, it's taken me up to this point to actually get a grasp of the world completely. We were thrown into the mix, which honestly, if it's Harry Potter fan fiction, that's fine because we know the world. But this was supposed to be changed. And so I didn't understand all the rules. I didn't understand all the political system. There was a lot of names that were thrown out at me the very beginning, and I was like, okay, who's this? Okay, who's that? Who's this? Who's that? And I had a hard time grasping onto what the story's about because I haven't actually read the auction. But it's what the story's about. What's the magic system? I know there's like 2 where you have the magic in your heart and the magic in your mind, and it can be suppressed, and they have ways of suppressing it, which is very interesting. Now about to this point, she's actually at Hearst Manor. I kind of want to call it Malfoy Manor, but and she was kind of going on hunger strikes a little bit just to be able to get some information and stuff. And we saw in the flashback how there was a connection, and I liked that. I liked that connection. My biggest issue is too many characters, names thrown at once, and nothing was completely explained. And I'm about 45% of the way through, and I'm now starting to get a grasp of the entire world, basically, who these characters are, because the Hermione character in this book, Brea, I think what Brea is her name. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's Brea. I feel like she's a strong character, and I can definitely see how this would be Hermione, but she's royalty in this book. So anyway, and her brother is Rory. I thought Rory was the love interest at first. I was like, wait, what? And then I realized, nope, that's her brother. So like I said, a lot of names were thrown out, a lot of people were talking, and I literally did not know which person was which side they were on, who's the bad guy, now there are some that you know are bad guys straight off. So anyhow, I so far am
leaning towards a 4-star at this point, because now that I'm understanding the world, I'm understanding the motivations. It's taking me the first 45% of the book to actually understand that, because again, a lot of characters and not the most well explained magic system. So far I do like Rhea, and I don't know about our Malfoy character. It's Topher, I think his name is. I don't really remember. The audiobook's great. I'm really loving the narrator. She's doing a fantastic job. So I think this is not going to be a favorite. I can guarantee right now it's not going to be a favorite because I've had to struggle through the first 45%.
Hey guys, so it is the bright light of summer. We are almost to the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. I finished Rose and Chains about 10 minutes ago or so. So Tovin, I think that was his name, is Draco. Okay. I was talking, the mother's name is Serena, so I kept thinking of Serena Joy from Handmaid's Tale. No, she's not like Serena Joy. I landed on a 4.5 stars because I really liked the ending. The first 35 to 40% was convoluted and it was muddied because we are dropped into this magical world that with so many characters. The magical system wasn't completely explained well until we started getting into it after the auction, because like around the auction and right before the auction, it was really very fast paced with a lot of characters that I didn't like. I couldn't even tell you who. There was a Raven and there was a Cole, and I don't know who was. There was also Tovin. There was oh, what's her face? Cordelia. There was a Cordelia. There was a Rory. Like all these characters, their names were being thrown at us. And I was like, who are you guys? What are you to the story, right? Like, I did not know. And so that is definitely affected my enjoyment of the book for the first part, because I actually almost DNF'd it because I was like, I was having a hard time trying to figure out who was whom. I think if I had read it on release day, I would have done a tandem read. I think this one should be a tandem read. If you're going to do this, you should do the audiobook with the physical book. The reason why I'm saying that, or what is it, the tandem read? Is that what it's called? Or I don't know. It's like immersive reading. That's what it is immersive reading. And the reason why is because we don't know at the very beginning who these people are. I mean, we do if you know Harry Potter lore, but it was changed enough that it made it confusing and complex, right? So once we got past the auction part, I really liked it. I really liked Tovin's character. I really liked Bryony's character. She's very interesting. We find out who Rory is. Rory is Bryony's brother, her twin brother, and he is supposed to be king. And the big bad is a woman, and it was very interesting. The very end is what tipped it over from a 4 stars to a 4.5. And I'm talking about what we see at the very end. There's something that happens at the very end with this magical creature that comes, and it's not the magical creature itself. It was what was talked about and discovered. It was a very good cliffhanger. I went in here, I thought it was a standalone. I did not know it was a trilogy. I was like, and I was getting to like towards the end of the book, and I was like, we need to start wrapping this up. What's going on? So I looked, and I was like, so I looked on Goodreads, because I don't always look on Goodreads for stuff. Yeah, it's a trilogy. This is the first in a trilogy. So I was like, okay, so that makes more sense now. I understand now. Okay. Because I was like, are they going to continue until we have to fast pace it to the very end? No, she didn't do that. So I was very appreciative over that. I really like Bryony's character. She is very strong. I really liked Tovin's mother. She was a really good character. Like Tovin himself,
He's not as morally gray as I thought he could be, because I think he could have been even more morally gray. But not dark as he is mysterious. Like, he's keeping a lot of secrets. And there's reasons for the secrets. We don't even know all of them yet. All right. There are a lot of questions that have not been answered at the end of the book, but we get more questions at the end of the book. It would have been a 5-star read for me if it wasn't for how convoluted I felt like the beginning was, because I was like, wait, I had to slow it down. And for me to slow down an audiobook, that is saying something, because I only slow down if the accents are thick or the world is confusing. And this one went into the latter. And then I sped it back up once I figured out what was going on. So, but the audiobook itself is fantastic. Absolutely loved the audiobook. I think it was Ella Lynch who did the narration. She did a fantastic job. She was all immersive. She did the male voices really well. She did the accents really well. I enjoyed it. So that's 4.5 stars for that one. Now I'm going to go on to A Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick. And I haven't started it yet because I need to edit a video for you guys for tomorrow. It's a surprise secret baby romance wreck video. I realized I hadn't done one in over a year, so I figured I'd do one for you guys. So you'll see that tomorrow, but you'll see this after you see that video. So I'm sitting here. I just made a birthday cake. I made a buttermilk cake because it's someone's birthday in my family, and so that's what I'm doing. I finished. Well, I have about an hour and a half left of Lady of Darkness, and I'm calling it. I am going to give it 3 stars. I did not like it. I mean, if I was going to be brutally honest, it would have been 2 stars. I don't like Scarlet. She talks a big game, but she's weak. I don't like Soren. Soren is meh. It's just meh. He's fine. Every guy that she comes across seems to fall in love with her, which, because she's not like other girls, that type of a character. Oh gosh, I was hoping to love this because it just looks so good. It sounded so good, and it has a 4.14 percentage on Goodreads, so I was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. I don't like it, and I don't know if I'm going to continue with it. I know I'm supposed to do this like with a read along. I don't like it. I don't like the characters. I don't really care about the world. And frankly, the first book is just way too long. Like, it should not be this long for the amount of information and action that was in this book. I feel like it's too long. It's dragging at this point. I'm tired of it. So I'm calling this one. I will finish so I can say that I did not DNF it, but I'm just like, whoa. Hey guys, so I'm popping on very quickly to talk about Prince of Prohibition. I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook, and I'm really liking it. I like our main character. She is a little weak. She's human in the world of Fae, and the Fae is in 1920s New York, which I thought was pretty fun. There is a lot to this world building. There's stuff that she didn't know. So our heroine is Adeline, and she is the fated mate to Jack, who is a Fae, part of the Fae, and he's very strong, and she's not. So you have that. It's kind of like if A Court of Thorns and Roses meets The Great Gatsby, and I could see that comparison. I'm really enjoying the world that the author has built. I think it's very imaginative, and I really do like the characters. We have Violet, who's likes to say the F word a lot, and she has a snake and stuff, and I really like her character. She's definitely a very strong female character, as well as Lily. She's also a very strong female character. We start in Georgia, where Adeline's older brother Tommy goes to war in World War I, and she makes a deal with the Fae, And then come 9 years later, her father's dead. Tommy gets a job up in New York, and so she is moved up to New York. And she doesn't want to be in New York. And she's always been considered weird. People always suppressed her by saying that she was weird, that she's evil, that she let the devil in. Her brother was concerned with her mental health. No one believed what she was saying except her father, but her father was trying to suppress it as much as possible. We find out more on that later. So yeah, I mean, so for her to be the character she is in right now, I feel like makes perfect sense. And she's finally had enough, and she snaps a little bit, and she ends up saving the day at least once, and I really liked that. I think this one is going to be a 4.5, maybe 5 stars, depending on how it ends. I know it's going to end on a cliffhanger because there's another book in this series. I won't go to another book in the series next. I'll probably read the second book later on when I don't have, because I have some ALCs that are coming in that I need to get read and post on them. So yeah, so I think this will be the last book in this vlog, but particularly I think this is the best book in the 3 that I have read. So the first one was Frozen Chains, and the second one was, I forgot. I think it was Lady of Darkness. And now I'm in, hey guys, it is Tuesday afternoon, and I finished The Prince of Prohibition on Sunday night. We just had stuff going on, so I wasn't able to get in here. And if you watched my video, which I'm going to be filming after this, on Wednesday, you'll know exactly why, and why everything's just was a little crazy, because I'm going to explain a few things. So anyway, yeah, no, I loved The Prince of Prohibition. It was not like anything I've read. It's a romantasy, urban fantasy with historical fiction elements, because it takes place in 1926 New York City during Prohibition, and Jack is a fae, and Adeline, she has some magical stuff going on in her background, and then she turns into a magical being. We don't find out to the very, very end of this first book. There is 2 more books after this. The second book is available now. The third book, I looked to see if it was available. There's not even a release date at this point. I did read that the author is in medical school, and so she hasn't had the time to devote to the third book, and I understand that. So I will be reading the second book sooner rather than later, because it left on a pretty great cliffhanger. But I want to get it read and ready to go by the time the third one comes out. It probably will come out either the end of this year and next year. That's my guess, but I don't know. So I gave The Prince of Prohibition 5 stars. I loved it. It was my favorite book in this vlog. I'm just gonna end this vlog here. Let me know down below if you have read Prince of Prohibition or Lady of Darkness. If you are planning on reading Rose and Chains, I would love to know all the things down below. And if you made it this far in this video and you want to let me know that you're here, please leave me a pink heart emoji, because I absolutely love the cover of Prince of Prohibition. It is gorgeous. And until next time, my friends, happy reading. Bye.